Hey everyone, this is Ken Goldberg with DSE Advisors. I wanted to just go over a fantastic podcast that we ended up doing on June the 1st. This is a chart that we included in the podcast show notes that you could have followed, but I wanted to kind of show you how things work in real time. It's a great lesson, and if you have the time, go definitely listen to the podcast. We'll put a link in the notes here, but there is just so much right here to see how our DSE process walks us and our clients through the whole gamut from trade analysis, identification, setup, implementation, risk management, and exit. So there's the all-time high way up there in the center of your screen. That's when the S&P January 4th of 2022 pulled its all-time high. Everybody was screaming, buying every dip. Notice every dip bounced and then got slammed to a lower low. We finally got our first entries, which turned out to be a 30% position down here in June of 2022. So 6 months after the top was our first purchase. Most people were buying every dip and getting smashed. As prices went lower into our gray oval, this is the DSE's initial warning from the all-time high that prices could fall into the gray oval. They fell into the gray oval. We moved up to a 50% exposure, so half of a position. Prices exploded up, went lower, but back down into our target. We didn't get any further entry warnings, nor did we get any exits. And look what happened after that. From our lowest entry, the market started to rise. We forecasted a 5 to 8 month rally. As we got into our initial target, this red dashed line, we reduced our 50% exposure down to only 10% long. Still in the game, but most of our money off the table. The markets continued higher. As we moved up further into 2023, we went from our small 10% long position to a 10% short position as prices reached our gray zone as well. And then as it got to the gray zone there in late July, we actually moved to a 20% short position. So here we are, 20% short, and everybody else is back to the all-time high mentality of FOMO and buying the dip, and everyone's dying to get into the market, just like at the all-time high when we got out and waited. And here we are at a lower high when we're not only getting out, but we're getting short. So it just talks about the process of why exactly it's good to have a plan and know why the plan is giving you the messages that it's doing. It saves a lot of anxiety. It basically builds in the patience that most of us don't have, the discipline that most of us have never learned and have never been taught. And that is why people continue to use DSE. If you like it, listen in. Thanks.